wish my family was here to see that, but I mean, they watched it. I was emotional, I almost cried.
We saw. Almost?
But, yeah, almost. That was everything. I appreciate them for doing that. That meant a lot.
You've been a part of different ceremonies before, jerseys and things like that, but how does this rank up just for you personally as far as that you take with you that means a lot to you?
It's up there. I mean, I got my college jersey retired. That was big. But this is like, you can't even describe that feeling. Like, my teammates felt that, and they wasn't even a part of that. So, like, it was big time. I appreciate them for doing that. That meant a lot, especially, I mean, not being able to be in a situation where I'm playing right now. This type of love is something that I wanted, I needed, and I'm glad I was able to come back, and the love was just amazing.
I know you guys were in a tight game there, but Celtics were taking with you. And you hear the crowd like groaning when you missed?
Oh, for sure. I didn't think I missed in this building, but I haven't been here in a while. But I was just glad I was able to get out there and play no matter how long I played. It was fun to be able to do that in front of, I mean, the best fans in the world.
How much more special does it make it to have this moment and then you guys clinch the playoff spot?
I mean, that's amazing. That's been a goal of ours since day one to get to the playoffs. Now we want to even advance and go even further. So that was big time. I mean, Boston is a great team, and I mean, they're going to go deep in the playoffs. But to beat a team like this on their home floor, that was special for us.
And for you, some familiar faces over there, guys like Terry Rozier. What was it like being out there with those guys? I mean, was it a little back and forth yapping there, or were you just kind of?
With me and Jalen, because he thought he could guard me. He's always thought he could guard me, but I told him I need 6 hands around me. I need 3 people to guard me. But it was fun. Those guys are brothers to me. Those guys are always and will always be family. This whole organization, the coaching staff, everybody that I was here for those 3 years is always going to be family, and it's special in my heart.
You talked earlier about how you have kept in contact with Brad. What are some of the things he's going to help you kind of get through as you try to work your way back, getting back on the floor?
Just being patient, knowing who I am, not just as a player, but as a person. He's always somebody that sends a really nice text. I mean, no matter what they're going through or I'm going through, we stay in contact. I mean, we talk monthly. And I mean, he's a big part of my career, and I mean, the best coach that I've ever been coached by.
Isaiah, I know your focus is obviously with the Nuggets right now, but can you ever envision a scenario where you might find yourself back wearing green for the Celtics?
Yeah, I mean, why not? If the opportunity presents itself, I mean, that would be everything. But I'm a Nugget right now, and I'm happy to be here. And the Nuggets organization has took me in with open arms and given me an opportunity and given me a chance to work my way back on my time. And I can't thank them enough. But I mean, if that opportunity is there, I'm open to any and everybody. But if that opportunity is there, I mean, why not?
Initially, you had some hard feelings when you were dealt from here. Has that sort of subsided? And did you ever think about what could have been, like long term, if you stayed?
Yeah, we would have probably won a championship already. But it was tough when it happened because, I mean, it was out of nowhere, and I was hurt. Like I said earlier, if I was able to play off the bat, off the trade, I think it would have been easier for me to, you know, get through that. But I don't hold any grudges. I'm through it. Things happen. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad to be back healthy and back playing.
Isaiah, the last few years, your journey kind of, or the last couple of years, kind of put into more perspective for you how special it was here and what you did here?
Yeah, it was special here, but I didn't understand that until I wasn't here anymore. Like, I was so locked in those moments that I didn't really know what was happening. It just always felt like those things should happen because I worked for those things. I was put in position for those things to happen. And I always envisioned those things happening when I was a little boy. So there was times where after I got traded, I sat back and really thought about the things that I'd done as an individual, the things that we'd done as a team. And those were amazing moments that I cherish for the rest of my life. Like, those moments are everything, and we did some legendary shit. I did some legendary shit too. So I'm appreciative of those moments. I'm appreciative of being able to play for the Boston Celtics. Like, you can't always say that. Like, that's one of the top teams in the world, no matter what sport you're a part of.
Isaiah, when did you get those green and gold sneakers you had on today?
You know what's crazy? Those green and gold sneakers was for the finals the last year I was here. So I always kept those. I got a couple other pairs too, but those was made for the NBA finals. And then, you know, we lost to the Cavs and things like that.
Isaiah,
Was it the first time you worn them since?
Yeah. I haven't worn them in no game, but I knew coming back here I was going to wear something Celtics green.
And you kept them all this time.
I got I got a lot of my shoes still.
Isaiah, we saw some video of you playing some basketball at Emerson.
Yeah.
How would you rate that run, and was it as bad as it looked?
Yeah, that run was a -50. That was probably the worst run I've ever been a part of, but it was just fun to be able to interact with those guys and play with them. I mean, it was for fun, so I wasn't really worried about it. I was already so tired from all the things I did yesterday, but yeah, that run was pretty bad.
Isaiah, as great as it was to see your teammates, how great was it to see all the people behind the scenes here too that you're close to?
Those guys mean the most to me. I mean, my teammates are my brothers forever. My coaching staff is family, but like the people behind the scenes was everything to me while I was here. Like, those guys know what I really meant. Those guys know what I was really about, not just as a basketball player, but as a person. And I mean, I talk to those guys regularly too. So like, whether it be the media, I mean, not you guys, whether it be the community relations, the video guys, security, Twister, all that, like those are people I still talk to this day. So we have relationships beyond basketball, and I was so happy to see those people because they, not to put my teammates or the coaching staff down, but they meant the most to me because we did things like winning the Community Assistant Award was one of my biggest accomplishments in my career. And that was always something that they did for me. Like, I told them what one of my goals were to do, and we did that. So they mean a lot to me.
In a word or a sentence, when you think of the city of Boston, what comes to mind?
Home. I went through a real life situation here that when I lost my sister, that this whole city and organization went through with me. And I think that's why, I mean, other than the love is always there, but that's what took it to another level. Like, I went through the worst situation you could possibly go through in life with these people, and they was right there with me. Everybody in the city, the organization, they was right there. They went through that with me, so that was why Boston means so much to me.
Isaiah, assuming you keep tabs on the team a little bit, were you surprised to see them struggle a little bit more than people thought they would this season?
I mean, I was, but I mean, they got too many talented guys. And that's not a bad thing, but like you see when them guys went all the way to Game 7 without the main guys, and then the main guys come back, and it's tough for anybody to take a back seat. So like, it's tough, and I know Brad has a tough job, and those guys have a tough job of wanting to be where they thought they would be, but the guys got to take a back seat because that's just what it is. But I mean, they'll figure it out. They're a great team. They got a great coaching staff. They got guys with no egos, and they'll figure it out when the time needs to.
Perfect scenario for you at this point, Denver, Boston, finals?
Hell yeah, and I play. That would be perfect. I love that, but anytime coming back here would be a perfect situation.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Thanks a lot, man.